Good morning. Yep, this is me again. I'm back with another video. You know, been watching the news lately, have yins? I know, it sounds like there's been some real good progress, huh? Well, maybe for the lefties. You know, I sit here and I watch every day. But I never thought the things that I was saying over a year or two ago would actually start becoming the truth. I actually thought that people would start noticing this and fixing the problem. Nope. There ain't nobody wanting to fix no problems this time. Okay, basically what's going on is utterly the attack on the Constitution of the United States of America. First off, we heard about Nancy telling us that illegal immigrants should have the right to vote because it's a segment of the population that's not represented by our government, which is unconstitutional. You know, I swear, some of these people that say that they wanted brains got a lot of slow trains. I mean, for real. I mean, they not even rating on the path of mental retardation. They've been so far below that, it ain't funny. Okay, I mean, people say I shouldn't make names or shouldn't call people something. What other words are you going to use for total stupidityness? I mean, think about it. Did you hear what she just said? Illegals. Okay, even though if you would read the Constitution, you know, I keep telling them to get this book, you know, because they really need to read it, okay? It has the Constitution in it, see? I mean, it's not that hard, see? This is the Declaration. You know, that's when we said that we don't want socialism or tyranny or king or a monarch to control us. You know, that was the Declaration to break us away from the very thing that the Democrats are now trying to get again. Because they need the power to tell you what to do. You're too stupid to make your own decisions up. This was a mistake. Don't you see? This was a mistake. Declaring our independence to rule ourselves. Mistake. We're too stupid to do that. This right here is the Constitution. Now, after we declared it and we won a war and we broke away from the socialism and the monarch system of kings and queens, so we didn't have no more tyranny or other people imposing laws on us that wasn't fair for us. Okay, in other words, we didn't want to be anybody's slaves in the world. We didn't want to slave to them. We didn't want to join the world. We wanted to lead the world into more freedom. You know, some of these people, you know, but if you read that Constitution, specifically states in there that an illegal citizen or an illegal alien, non-citizen of the United States of America cannot vote. Why? Because that's a foreign power involved in our electoral system. Basically, they're not represented in the Constitution because it was made illegal and foed to the Constitution because these people would not hold our values to the Constitution. They would bring back the same monarch and tyranny that we escaped from when we fought to make this country free. This was the biggest part to the Constitution that was added. It's called the Bill of Rights. That right there destroys the actual words that the Democrats are using now in today's elections. Let's get this point straight, okay? Freedom Understand this very, very clearly. Freedom is not the freedom of a group of people. In other words, as the Democrats say, democracy should be to embrace or help everyone become to a higher level. False. Lie. Falsehood. All lies. If you look at this is called the Bill of Rights. As you look at the Bill of Rights, you'll come down here. You'll see all these down here. These are the bills of the rights. What are the bills of the rights? These are the rights of the individual. You, yourself, not no one else, not anyone else put in. Your house is your castle. That is your kingdom. You are king. Your property is yours. You bought it. You own it. These are the main factors that were given. The right to believe in the God that you choose to believe in your way. The right to tell the government, go screw themselves because they're wrong. You see, they're really trying to change the format of the Constitution. It is really, really under attack. Now, that was just one segment, and that was coming from Nancy. Now, let's go to another segment, okay, because this is all the same line. They're all attacking the Constitution of the United States of America. Literally, they are putting it under. We are in a civil war right now. Right now, it's just words. Okay, they're attacking with words. Pretty soon it will be with guns and bombs. It will happen on the streets of America. Because the individual rights are being taken. So the individual is being prosecuted for the group of the whole. That is not the Constitution. The Constitution guarantees the right of the individual, not the whole. Understand that. Freedom of speech is not about the whole agreeing. It's about the individual disagreeing and having that right to speak. You know, I understand the big Cuomos of this argument, because nobody wants to hear a Naziist, racist mother out there talking bullcrap. Okay, let's be facing and honest. I feel you 100%. I taught my kids never to be racist. I taught my girls never to bow to a man. I taught my boys never to try to control a woman. That's bullcrap. You see, that's another thing too about relationships that people don't got. See, my name is Sam. My stage name is Monster Rock Pitbull. This is my life. My wife has her own life. Her name's Paula. She left the healthcare business because she got tired of watching people die and losing all of her friends and became a baker. She went from more money to less money because it made her happier. It's not my job to tell her to do anything else. Was it? I don't tell my wife what she can do, what she can wear, what she can eat, what she can say, what she can do. Come on, that's retarded. You understand what I'm saying here? They're choices. I have a life, she has a life, we share a life. See, that's how things are supposed to work. But it's the individual's person's right to believe or say what he wants. It's not about the group or the whole. It never was. By attacking these certain things and changing or manipulating the meanings to the words, they're actually manipulating people into this false narrative that there's going to be pie and cake for everyone. Okay? I don't know who's been stuffing sunshine up their assholes, okay? Because this ain't true. Okay? Life is hard. There's going to be choices. You're not going to get what you want. Grow up. Okay? Another one of these liberal things that they're going goofy about. Okay? They say when you got kids, you need free time. You get this, you get that. Bullshit. You split your legs, you have a child. Okay? Your child becomes your first responsibility. Understand that. Okay? You don't got no more free time. Your free time is gone. You wanted free time, so you should have kept your legs closed or took the precautionaries not to get that problem. Right? Right. See? Now we just solved the problem of murdering all of our kids for no reason. It's called responsibility for your own actions. Okay? As it goes on, we don't get it back. We're losing the attack. Okay, so now we got illegals wanting to come in. Now you got group people trying to tell you what democracy is, even though it's a lie. It's the individual's rights. Oh, that ain't working. We need a popular vote. Okay, well, let's examine that. Out of all the states, take one state, California. Eliminate California. All the illegal aliens out there, all the people that ain't allowed to vote that are still voting out there, everything, all that. Okay, the state is so messed up out there, it ain't funny. It's the most communist state on the planet. Point blank. I mean, San Francisco was a nice place. Look at the movies of Charms when they was making those movies. Or the TV series. Look how San Francisco used to be. Even in the 60s and 70s when the flower children were laying on the streets, it wasn't filled with graffiti and shit. Come on, deprecating on the floors, needles everywhere. I mean, Nancy done a real great job. I mean, what's wrong with these people? But we are going to get rid of the electoral college so the popular vote can win. See, that's the third attack. Within a week on the Constitution. First off, the founders knew one thing and one thing only. They did not want, and the most example that I heard was great, was Paris. And tell you the truth, look at it now. Same thing for centuries and centuries and centuries. From back in the 1300s to the 2000s. Right now, Paris is what? Going for another civil war because the communist people up there in one city controls the whole country because there's more people that live right here. So the rest of the country is burning everything up because Paris wants $10 a gallon of gas and people can't buy milk or feed their families. Or what's the sense of going to work when we can't even work to make anything, to buy anything? I mean, it's been over 18 weeks now. This is going to be the 19th week coming up that it's burning. You have not seen a piece of this on the news. Every week they're setting France on fire. Pretty soon you're going to see France have another revolution to where they're throwing out their government again, burning down all the rich people and all the aristocrats again because the poor people were starving. Today, socialism. Yesterday, socialism. It's always socialism. Only the elitists are going to get to be on the top. Everybody else will be slaves. You see, that is what the Democrats want. They went back to their old slavery habits. Instead of using the color, they use identity politics. And the only reason they want the people down from south that can't read or write, can't have a function, they cannot even help us with the job applications here. They don't even know how to use computers or 90% of the work. They bring in violence, domestic violence, rapes, and women's rights and stuff like that. They don't believe in that. Come on. They're coming from a country that allows them to beat on their women and children. Go down to Mexico. See any one of them Mexicans or Mexican women. See if any one of them are allowed to talk to their men like that without getting slapped. They don't go to jail for it. They don't go to jail for it in France. They don't go to jail for it in 3/4 of any other countries because they are allowed. But these are the people that the Democrats want to bring in. See, that's how much they love you, Me Too movement. They're bringing more people in here to beat on you and control you. See, they don't want real people like me who learn from the lessons of our mistakes. You know, when people keep judging people by today's standards and judge the past, they're missing the point of what happened. No, this country was not perfect. Yes, this country has some racism and people in there that has to be racist. But understand this same thing. The very same rights that I'm trying to defend, that gives them the right to talk that nonsense or that bullcrap or that hatred, is them. Your choice was to either listen to it or deny it. You see, you can't stand there and tell a Nazi guy that he can't talk and say his point of views. Because by doing that, then you lose your point of view to tell him that he's an asshole, or he's a bigot, or he's hatred. Got the point? If it's not good for them, it's not good for you. If he can't do, you can't do. It's not a perfect system. What's supposed to make it perfect is the individual. And that's where we come back to this right of what the United States was. It was the right for you to individualize and understand what was going on. So a small group of people, like a Paris, could not control the country. And that's what controls our electoral votes for a presidency. A fair base. So everybody in that system has a say, and an equal say. Okay? And if you want to take the true facts of it, which you won't hear from NBC or anybody else out there, CNN and all those fake other people, I don't even know if Fox News even put it out there. Look at the popular vote and all the states. New York, California. With New York, they still lost the popular vote. That means Hillary Clinton lost 49 states in the popular vote. What state put her over the popular vote? Oh, California, the state that allows anybody and everybody to vote, won't check it, won't do nothing. Hell, they even vote 2 or 3 times out there. You know, the old gangs in New York are just out there pushing them in. All right, shave them, get them into the bowl again. Come on. So if you eliminate California, Hillary Clinton didn't even win the popular vote. And how many different states and places that were controlled and by it? How many gerrymandering is going on by them placing illegals or certain people in certain counties that they can control and allow people to do it? Have you seen Florida lately? Some fishy stuff happening. It's not about the right to vote. It's the right to vote legally. There was rules set. Once those rules are applied, then they should go. To stop all this nonsense. It's basically simple. Okay? There ain't a person in the United States of America that can't cash a check without a photo state ID. There ain't no one in the United States of America that should vote without that same ID. If you can't cash a check, or you can't get a state government check, a welfare check, or anything else like that, you cannot cash none of them. So you can get a government check, and you can't cash that check without a state ID, how are you allowed to vote? To even say that that is wrong is stupid and nuts. Think about it. To vote, an ID saying that you're an American citizen. To get any government help, you have to prove that ID. To get a passport, you have to have that ID. To cash any check in America, you have to have an ID. To even use your credit cards, you're supposed to have an ID. At any given time, a checkout person can ask you for an ID. If you don't have an ID, they can't take your money. You might be stealing it. You might be fake. How do I know that that is you on that credit card? Now, if stores can handle that to protect themselves from fraud, the government can do that to protect itself from fraud. Voter registration can do that, protect itself from fraud. And I guarantee you, you'll see this false narrative of fake people who ain't allowed to vote stop voting, and you'll see those numbers come down to where they're supposed to be. Because it's clear that we voted. It's clear we picked who we wanted. It's clear that the other side is so mad. It's clear that the elitist college professors who actually are going to run everything, okay? That's right, Nancy. You heard me. Nancy, AOC, Harris, all you clowns out there that think that you're going to be the ones with the power in Congress telling people what to do because you got the socialism in. Wrong. You're puppets. Marionettes on the string. Let's play them. Because you ain't nobody. The elitists are the college professors. These people that are sitting up in high points and values knew how to do this. And how did they know about this? I'll refer you. History. Go watch the 1950s and the Socialistic Party of America on describing exactly how they would do it. They would do it by allowing people too much freedom to make them beg for them to take their freedom away. They laid it clear out. They laid it out in policies. They laid it out everywhere. This has been a choreographic attack against the Constitution of the United States of America that's been going on since the 1950s. Right now, we are in a civil war. Right now, our Constitution is being attacked. The very laws and the very foundations that protected and gave us all the individual right to stay free is what's being attacked. You know, these were papers, just written, words. This book can be burned, just like that Constitution can. What can't be burned is the millions of men and women who died serving this country, who are in graves all over this world fighting for the one same cause. The freedom of the individual under the Constitution of the United States of America. So just to let you know what's going on, when you hear about all this bull crap that the popular vote should be winning, that's the American way. No, it's not. That's the French socialist way, where one city or state can control a whole country, because that's where the most people are. Number two, democracy is not about raising a group or group thinking. It's about the individual rights of the one, not the many. The one outweighs the many. You can have 1,000 people over here say no. There's one person saying yes. His rights mean more than all these rights. That's what the Constitution's for. Understand that. It was so that tyranny, monarchs, or people in legislation could not trample those rights that were given to us by God or a higher power, if you choose not to believe in a God, because that is your choice. And that's what this video is all about, the democracy and the freedom that the Constitution gives us. It's time to put these people that are attacking it, treasonous, in jail, out of business, and disgraced for the communist cowards they are. God bless. Have a great day.